begin this week with so much emotion and unrest all across the country after those devastating shootings. You see, some rallies, like this one in Minnesota, did turn violent over the weekend. Dozens of officers injured. This healing is going to be hard.
And we have so many striking images to show you. This encounter between a young woman and officers in riot gear in Baton Rouge. And last night, people asking for peace in Los Angeles, protesters joining hands, making a statement as the country mourns the loss of those lives in Louisiana and Minnesota, and of course, those 5 officers in Texas.
And in Dallas this morning, closed offices now reopening. The city is reaching for understanding. And Amy on the scene in Dallas right now. Good morning, Amy.
That's right, George. Good morning to you. The city of Dallas preparing for President Obama's visit here tomorrow, as this city still in mourning and on edge after that deadly shooting Thursday night, with calls for peace and justice growing louder in protests and vigils across the country. Overnight, hundreds of protesters shut down LA's massive 405 freeway in both directions. Black lives are never here. As night fell on Memphis, more than 1,000 demonstrators took to this bridge, bringing Interstate 40 to a standstill for almost 4 hours. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! In Baton Rouge, where Alton Sterling was killed by police last week, 48 arrests overnight, following more than 100 arrests Saturday. Among them, Black Lives Matter's activist DeRay Mckesson.
I remain disappointed in the Baton Rouge police, who continue to provoke protesters who are peacefully protesting.
In St. Paul, Minnesota, 21 officers were hurt during a rally, one of them suffering a broken vertebrae after a concrete block was dropped on his head. Police report protesters throwing fireworks, rocks, and Molotov cocktails. 102 people arrested. Meanwhile, the country remembering the 5 Dallas law enforcement officers killed in an ambush by a lone gunman.
Every one of those men and women that lose their lives in the line of duty, they are fathers, they are mothers, they are husbands, they are grandpas. We're the same. We're not different.
The other 9 officers injured in the shooting all released from the hospital and recovering at home. This morning, a nation praying for peace. Several thousand gathered at this town hall in West Dallas.
I don't care what color they are, it's hard to reject love. I have never seen love lose a fight. You can wrestle it down to the mat and try to hold it down, but before you count to 10, love will leap back up again.
And speaking of all the love, it is right here behind me, an outpouring of support piled on top of 2 Dallas police cruisers. And President Obama cutting short that trip to Europe to return home to the States. He is set to visit this city tomorrow, where he will attend a memorial service for those fallen 5 officers. Robin?
All right, Amy, thank you.